Just a quick installation guide on this really shitty ceiling fan. Don't buy one. If you do buy one of these, there's a few things you have to know about. Um, the directions are really bad. Um, what I did was I put the base plate on. There's some washers. I'll just go a little higher. There are some washers that come with it, and I used the screws that were in my previous. I'm a little bit tight here. I used the screws that were with my original light just to make sure, because there was two sets of screws, long and short, and I didn't know if I was going to need the long or the short ones later. So I used the old ones along with the lock washers and the washers, and that's fine. I hooked up the white and black to this thing. Okay, so what they want you to do is to hook this thing up. Now uh, this is pretty simple. This is the remote receiver. There's two how do you call it? Multi-connectors go in here, and then the white and black gets connected to the multi-connector that goes into this thing right here. Now, they say when you attach this to loosen those screws. No, you have to remove all the screws. When you do remove all the screws, this part comes loose of the housing. So what you have to basically do is it says to loosen them. You have to remove them, which then again it loosens the motor from the housing, and then you have to reline the motor with the housing with the top part, and it's really not very easy. Three of these holes are bigger, but it's still a little bit of a pain in the ass. You have to get all three of them to line up so you have a solar eclipse. So that's another tricky part. The other part is this is going to connect to up there, and then there's the traditional four screws that hold it on. This will slide into the two that are there, and then once that's secure, then you connect the other two. That's pretty simple. Now, what they want you to do is to mount this and then attach the metal brackets. And then once the metal brackets are installed, then while you're up in the air, install the blades onto the metal brackets. Again, stupid, because here are the blades. So I'm going to use the black side down. Don't install the brackets and then put the blades on the brackets while you're in the air. This is a very difficult job. There's no way you can do it while you're up in the air. So install the brackets onto the blades in a like on your couch or something, or your table, and then once that's done, then I'm going to be able to I'm going to hang this right now, and then I'll be able to attach the blades. And I took the screws out of the housing and I put them in this little bag. The other stuff came in. There's a bunch of other parts that I didn't use. And we're going to see how that works. I can't film myself hanging it, but I'll be right back and we'll see how we're going. Okay, so far so good. Here's the remote. The switch is turned on. And obviously we're getting action in the motor. So that part is working. Just a tip, when you're installing the fan blades, this is my last one of the 3. These are the screws that hold the brackets for the fan blades on. And the good thing is they barely fit in the hole. So what you want to do is, when you're sitting on the couch like I am, pre-install the screws before you start trying to get on the ladder and stuff. They will not fall out. Okay, they're not going to fall out. And when you install them, and use a really good screwdriver like my friend over here, Greenie, that I've had for a million years, stand right underneath it. Don't try to stand to the side. Stand right underneath it, and you should be able to get the sucker to go right in there. And then when I come back, it'll be running, and then I've got to install the light part. Okay, so the blades are in. Here's the remote, and there we go. So we have the blades are running, and it was not that hard to install the brackets onto the motor system with the blades already attached to the brackets. Much easier than installing the brackets and then installing the stupid blades while you're standing 10, 12 feet in the air. So now I've got to figure out which shouldn't be too hard, the light situation. Okay, it's working. Again, if you haven't bought one of these yet, I would abstain from it. It's very difficult to install. The light panel is installed with 3 screws that are very small. If you do plan on doing this, make sure that you have a screwdriver that is magnetic, because there's 3 screws that hold the panel on, and one of them fell on the floor and it's gone forever. I mean, if I do find it when I'm cleaning the house, I'll go back up and put it up. But they're very small and very hard to line up. So if you're going to do this, have a magnetic screwdriver. All my screwdrivers are not magnetic. But I did get it to go. It does work. I have to figure out how the remote works better, but it's running. So there we go. Have fun, and